haven't seen you guys in so long. I'm so excited to get to this episode of Inspire and Empower. But before, let me put this cup down. This tea is crazy. Lime, ginger tea, heat. And then you gotta see the Moments with Murdoch teacup. Follow A Murdoch II on Instagram. But let's get to it today. Thank you for tuning in to this episode of Inspire and Empower. I cannot wait to get to the content with you all today. I know we have a lot of crazy things going on in our nation. I know there's a pandemic going on of the coronavirus, something that none of us have ever experienced, never seen before. But I'm glad to be in front of you today to give you my word, to give you something that's going to take you further with your mind, with your progression, something that will uplift you, something that will inspire you, and something that will help you progress. So first and foremost, I can assure you, before this video is over, you will know exactly what you need to do so you can stay inspired and stay empowered through this tough time and any other tough time, okay? So for those of you that know me, for those of you that don't, my name is Joshua Posley. Just call me Josh. No, actually, yes, Josh Posley. I'm a purpose-driven, empowering thought leader whose purpose is to uplift, inspire, and empower others to do three things: to learn more, to do more, and to be more. And I'm headed to be the greatest example of that abundant life God gives us once we build the power that works within us. And thank you for tuning into this week's episode of Inspire and Empower, because Inspire and Empower is here to promote strong mental health and self-care by teaching how to combat limited belief systems and conditioned fears through personal growth and development in order to overcome unfulfilled potential. So like I said, there was a dire need for me to talk about this content today to stay inspired and to stay empowered through these tough times, because like I said, this is one of the toughest times any of us have ever seen. This pandemic is literally just sweeping the nation, and there's a lot of people in fear. There's a lot of people that are worrying, and there's a lot of things that's just going on with people internally. And so I want to get here and just say something to help you grow, something to help uplift you, to help you be inspired, okay? I see this, so many people are down in this situation. I just want to remind you how to stay inspired and stay empowered, okay? And these are the same things that I need to remind myself. You know, I haven't gone through this either. And yes, while I'm up here to say something to help you progress, while I'm up here to say something to help keep you uplifted, I also need to tell myself these same things. You know, I'm human just like all of you, but while I progress, while I focus on the things that's gonna help me be in the spirit, to teach others, to be in the spirit, to focus on my personal growth and development and combat my limited belief systems and my fears and my anxiety, or different things that are limiting me or hindering me to show the greatest version of me. While I learn these things, I also need to give those things out to you, okay? Because it would be selfish for me to have this knowledge that I have to help me grow, and I'm not giving you these same seeds to help you grow in those same areas. So while we dive into this content today, I first want to start off with my prayer for all of you, for all of your family, all of your parents, siblings, whatever that is, your loved ones. I want to send this prayer to you. I pray that you stay grounded in your faith. I pray that your strength is tremendous. I pray that you continue to grow in your faith, because at the end of the day, we walk by faith and not by sight. And so it doesn't matter what things are looking like. It doesn't matter what you see on social media. It doesn't matter what you see on the news as far as getting you to be in a negative, depressed state, because we walk by faith and not by sight, okay? I pray nothing but prosperity and favor and blessings to you and your family, with your health, with your mental stability through all of this, and with your self-care. I pray that your strength grows even more and more in your courage. I pray that when this is over, you see how strong you can be. You see that whatever you believe as far as your faith, that God has you through this situation, and no matter what goes on after we get through this, no matter what test, no matter what hard time you go through, you can see that obviously you can get through all of this, okay? And we understand that the way you do anything is the way you do everything. And we understand that principles are universal. So this trial, this period of time, this hard, tough time that we're going through right now is no different than any other tough time that we've dealt with. Now, granted, this is a little more severe, and like I said before, we haven't really dealt with something like this. But since principles are universal, we understand that those principles that you use to overcome any sort of situation in life, any sort of hardship that you dealt with, you can use those same principles now to progress. And so you can have peace. So that you can have peace. And then once all of this is over, you will understand that nothing has the ability to overtake your mind, because your mind is your most valuable tool. And you are using it the right way here, right now, to do things to progress your mind. And you will listen to the best person at this moment right now to help you in this period of time, in this moment that you're watching it. And I thank you for putting your time, your attention, and your energy to listening to this so that you can grow your mind and your faith even more. But as we do that, I have a few things for us to keep in mind so that we can not only stay inspired, but we can stay empowered as well. Now, the one thing that I can say to equip you to be empowered through these times is for you to be intentional with your time. There's so many things that I've talked about in prior episodes. Yes, we're on episode 33 now. There's so many things that you can go back and look at, whether you're listening to my podcast, the Dream Big Think Sharp podcast, whether you're listening to my content on social media, which is jposley_ on Instagram and Twitter. You see, I talk about being intentional with your time. I ask you to constantly ask yourself, is this the best use of my time right now? And what does that mean? Okay, so since we're being intentional with our time, I ask you to do these things, okay? You stay structured with your days. Now, in the last episode, episode 32, I was talking about the New Year, New Me Starter Pack. I asked you to do two things. I asked you to get a planner to have a prosperous year, to plan to have a prosperous year, because if you fail to prepare, then you prepare to fail. And I asked you to get a journal for you to write your thoughts down. You know, like I said, the average human thinks about 70,000 thoughts a day. And that's a lot of thoughts that just keep in your mind and not addressed. So with those two things that I know that you got, because you're focused on investing in your personal growth and development. So those are the things that we can really put to use since we have more time to do different things that we may not have had enough time to do before, okay? Also, I ask you to reassess your goals, okay? Go through your goals, the things that you have planned for this year, next year, for your 5-year goals, and see whether your time now is matching your goals, okay? Write down the steps it takes to get these goals to come to fruition. And make sure you're being intentional with those things, okay? And revisit your affirmations. This is one thing that's been huge for me in 2020, to revisit your affirmations. I have so many affirmations that I say to keep me thinking positive thoughts and stay in my mind frame so that what I think about will expand into the physical form into my life. But there's only so many affirmations and prayers I can say, because unless my actions are in harmony with my affirmations, then I can say affirmations and prayer until I'm blue in the face. But at the end of the day, faith without works is dead. So unless I let my actions show that I'm going to be in the same space. But none of us are going to do that now. We are being diligent. We are being consistent. We are being confident in the things that we need to do. And we are going to progress, and we're going to come out of this tough time way better than we thought, and way better than any other tough time that we've gone through. Okay? Also, schedule time to focus on your personal growth and development. Okay, like I said, there's a lot of things getting canceled. We have so much more time now than we've ever had. You know, a lot of people are not working right now. A lot of people are working from home. A lot of people are quarantining themselves and they're staying in the house. Why are you doing that? Schedule time for your personal growth and development. Whether that is a book, whether that is a podcast, whether that is a YouTube video, whether that's the Inspire and Empower YouTube, whether that's scheduling conversations with your mentors, whether that is putting together a mastermind group to help you progress. All of this is about progression. All of this is about improvement. All of this is about elevating and the shift in the mindset to grow more and more. Schedule that time in. Schedule time for your mental health. Schedule time for your self-care and things that will bring you peace. Take this time to restore. Take this time to revitalize your mind. Take this time while you have it, because once this is all over and everything's back to normal, you need to be able to say that you took this time and you came out better, okay? And my prayer to you, like I said, is that you really let your actions be in harmony with your thoughts and your goals and everything that you want, okay? There's no need of us talking about the things we want. There's no point of us visualizing all of these things and meditating and getting our mind together and ready to have tremendous success if our actions don't show it. If not, we're gonna be in the hamster wheel and doing the same things continuously. But let's make a shift and let our actions lead everything through this period of time, okay? And I mentioned a little bit about everything getting canceled. For me, there's so many things that got canceled. I had about 5 speaking engagements that I had scheduled for last week. They were all canceled. My couple things with the different jobs that I do have gotten canceled, but thank God He's kept me. I'm great financially, still getting, different things, and I'm still being kept by God and with everything. So that's such a blessing. But one thing that's not getting canceled are the things that really mattered in life to begin with, okay? There's so many things that we've allowed to grasp our attention, to grasp our energy, to take hold of our time, when the things that really matter most have been there ever since. Like relationships, the relationship with your loved ones, with your family, with your friends. Those relationships haven't gone anywhere, so there's always time to grow and elevate the status of that relationship, okay? People needing to be uplifted, people needing to be inspired, people needing to be empowered. That hasn't changed. There will always need to be that. Because at the end of the day, you're watching this video, you're spending your time, your attention, and your energy listening to what I have to say, because one way or another, you're in need of the things and the content that I'm giving out. So think about how many other people need to hear these sort of things. Think about how many other people are going through tough times and they don't really have this sort of motivation or people in their corner that will pour into them and give them the things that will help their mind and through this period of time right now and beyond, okay? That's why I strongly suggest that you share this video with the next person and they'll share with the following person. And not just so we can get a ton of views. The only reason why I would even want this to get a ton of views is so where someone can use this to uplift their mental space right now. To uplift their mental space. Because like I said, my purpose is to uplift, inspire, and empower others to learn more, do more, and be more. Inspire and empower is to combat limited belief systems and conditioned fears. A lot of people believe that this is the end. A lot of people have fears that they can't even address. A lot of people are lacking in their growth and their personal growth and development, and they have a lot of unfulfilled potential, as we all do, but they're sitting in there. They're not doing anything about it. So there's people that need this content of the video. So please share it with someone. Help uplift and inspire and empower others by just sharing this video so they can get the content that they can use to progress. Okay? I pray that through all of this, you grow your faith. I hope you build your mind, because time to build your mind and time to build your faith, that's not canceled. And your goals aren't canceled. Let's say all of this is over now and we had 2 more weeks or whatever time frame it is, you'll still need to reach your goals. Time waits for no man. Your goals don't wait for anyone. So if you want to be successful, we have to be successful regardless of anything else. It doesn't matter. And at the end of the day, I just pray that we take the time to turn our time and our attention and our energy back to the things that always matter most. The things that will never change, no matter what the economy is, no matter what sicknesses is going on, no matter what the government is doing, no matter what. I pray that we turn our attention and our focus inward on the things like your faith, like your mind, your confidence, your family, your relationships, all the things that matter true to yourself, regardless of how anything else outwardly is going. So I thank you for tuning into this episode of Inspire and Empower. If you want a more in-depth version of this, I will be talking a little more and talking a little longer, more specifically about these things in my podcast. That podcast is the Dream Big, Think Sharp podcast. That will be episode 4 of the Dream Big, Think Sharp podcast. You can find that on any platform, Apple, Spotify, Google Podcasts, or any platform that there is to listen to a podcast. You can listen to it there. So I appreciate you listening in here. And I pray all of these things of prosperity, favor, wealth, money, happiness, peace, abundance, discipline, consistency, confidence. I pray all of these things flow to you and through you, okay? I pray that this is the greatest period of time, and even though it seems like there's a lot of tough things going on, I pray that you come out of this greater than you ever thought possible. So I thank you for tuning in to this week's episode of Inspire and Empower. I will be back to you. Make sure you follow on Instagram, JPosley_, that's JPOSLEY_. The same thing for Twitter. I just said about the podcast, and I will look forward to speaking to you again soon. Be blessed, stay prosperous, stay strong, stay confident.